Alright, so now we can collect some shiny objects over here too. Those are all the beautiful credits, all the beautiful people that made this game. Amazing game, amazing recreation of a, also like, equally, aside from the visuals, equally amazing game. The original. Look at all those really sexy names. Amazing. Yeah, so that was that. Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, bro. On the phone. On Android or whatever. Well, I mean, this isn't the only version of this game that I've played. Like I said in a previous couple of live streams, I also played the version that came out on the PS4, like back when it came out, back in like 2020 or something like that. And that version was really good too. I think that version was just better than this version. I mean, this version it's like just as good as the console version of Rehydrated. All of the controls are like perfectly adapted into mobile controls, and so the game works just as good as it did in the PS4 version. And the game, for like a phone, like, what's it called? Not remaster, but for like, what's the word for it? But like for a mobile version of the game, this version, like, it looks really good. It doesn't look like a phone game. It looks like the PS4 version, in my opinion. The PS4 version probably does look better. In fact, I mean, well, I don't really... It's been like about a year since I played that version, so I don't fully remember how much better it looked, but it probably did look at least a little better, because, I mean, playing a game on a PS4, like a modern gaming console, is just gonna definitely like look better than if you play a game on a phone. It's just how it works. But this really doesn't look like a phone game. It looks like the console game, and it is just as fun. And this isn't just like a... I wouldn't say this was a cash grab like version of it that they released for the phone, because I think they really thoughtfully made sure to adapt it or whatever into mobile controls and just the App Store or whatever. Because, I mean, I only got this. This was like, this only costed like 90 cents. And, well, like, this was like just as fun and just as amazing of an experience as the PS4 version, aside from being on a smaller screen and not having like an actual like controller that I can just hold in my hands and stuff. Those are the two like main differences, in my opinion, that make the PS4 version better. But as someone who has played both the PS4 version and now the mobile version is a very good alternative if you either are like me and your PS4 broke, or if you just want to have Battle for Bikini Bottom on your phone wherever you go, in your pocket or whatever. I don't know, anywhere that you are, wherever you go. If you're like addicted to the game or something like that and want to be able to play it on a plane, on a bus, outside, whatever. Yeah, get this game. Get this version of the game. I would recommend it. If you love the PS4 version, which is the only console version of Rehydrated that I've played, I don't know how the Wii is. I hear the Wii actually has kind of bad poppin' visuals or whatever, but if you like the console version of this game, you'll probably like this version just as much, maybe just a tiny bit less because it's on a smaller screen, and like I said, it probably doesn't look as good as the PS4 version. And I mean, it might, I mean, I don't know, it might, but I don't really know because it's been about a year and a half since I last played the PS4 version. But yeah, I would give this version of the game a 4 out of 4. Or 5 out of 5 or whatever. I don't know. I had just as much fun playing this version as I had playing... Well, back when it first came out, I probably had more fun playing the PS4 version. Just because it was like... just the experience of playing this amazing game from my childhood. Like... again, but on the PS4. On a modern console. With amazing, like, modern day visuals, and doing that for the very first time when it first came out. It was just like a wow, like a just fully taken back type of experience. But you can only kind of replicate that type of experience or feeling playing a game like this once. Like, I got rehydrated on the PS4 when it first came out back in like 2020, and I played it again like a couple times throughout like 2021 and 2022 on the PS4, and it was extremely fun like it was when I first got it in 2020, but it wasn't as like amazingly fun of an experience as when I first sat down to play the game after like just like years of playing it, the original version of it when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can only really see Avengers Endgame in theaters once. Well, now you can't see it in theaters anymore because it's not in theaters, but I saw it in theaters and it was like an amazing experience, just like, you know, but I only saw it once, and if I saw it a second time, it would still be a really amazing experience, I'm sure, but it wouldn't have been as amazing as sitting down in the theater and watching it, the grand conclusion to the MCU, in my opinion, still the best conclusion it will probably ever get. Like, for the first time. There's just something about the first time of stuff that can't be replicated. But still, extremely fun. Both this version and the PS4 version, which I played most recently about like a year ago. So I still know what I'm talking about. I just don't know what I'm talking about as well about like the PS4 version as this version. Because I just finished playing this version on stream and stuff, so it's like fresh in my memory playing this version, the mobile version. But the PS4 version is also still pretty fresh in my memory because it was only like a few years ago, and I was also like at the height of like my original Cartoon Post channel, which unfortunately is now deleted for reasons, but it was still like an amazing time to be like on YouTube and making content, and like I remember I stayed up until like midnight over like 1 AM one night when they released the official trailer or whatever for Rehydrated, and I was making like 3 videos like at 1 AM about Rehydrated news for YouTube, and they got some pretty good views too. Like, one of them got like, I think, a couple thousand or something like that. It was pretty cool. It was an amazing like time to be making content, especially like cartoon news videos like I used to exclusively make on my channel. Well, it was just so much fun. I wish that channel was still around and didn't get deleted, because man, if I could like have like a time capsule or whatever of that era of my content, well, that would be amazing, but whatever. Anyway, so look at that, the background too. I am willing to, it's been like last time I played the original version of the game back in the PS2 was like 2018 or something like that, maybe 2019, so it's been like half a decade at least since I last played the original game. But I'm willing to bet the background isn't like really animated to like that in the original game. It's just so many touches and details like that in Rehydrated that really make it, like, in my opinion, an improvement on the original game, like visually. Like, it is visually an even better experience, especially like, you know, the Kelp Forest level Man, that level, not to throw shade at the original game is still a masterpiece and amazing, and still, like, has a special place in my, like, heart and memory and, like, stuff of my childhood. But the Kelp Forest level looked atrociously, like, bad in the original, like, PS2 version of the game. But that got fixed and rehydrated when they made it bright and feel like a vibrant forest, and it just looks really good. Every level in this game looks really good. And I love it, yeah. So, that's that.